Hi, I'm Jennifer from Adult Services, and today I'd like to show you a fun little project that I like to have on hand just to keep my hands busy when I'm in between other projects. You may have seen things like this on Pinterest or elsewhere online, where you can stitch or embroider cards with punching holes in them and then creating designs with your embroidery floss. But for summer, since I really enjoy going out stargazing, I thought I would do something more suited to that activity. So today I'm going to show you how to make constellation note cards. Now what I've done is taken an astronomy book and looked at some of the different constellations and then plotted out how I would need to chart them for poking the holes. So for example, this one's Cassiopeia, and I've noted where the stars are and the paths in between. So today, to show you how to do this, what you're going to need is a piece of preferably dark blue cardstock. Black would also work. If you want to do something lighter, you can do that too, but I really like how the stars pop out on the darker colored cardstock. This is half of an 8.5 by 11 sheet cut right across the middle. And then because we've got dark cardstock, I've got a piece of paper cut a little under that same amount. So maybe about 1/4 of an inch less around the sides. A piece of cardboard is really handy for when you're poking holes with an awl or a beading awl. You'll need tape and a glue stick, scissors, needle, and embroidery floss. And I also like to use a silver pen to highlight the stars, like you can see here, just so that they show up a little more nicely on the blue background. So what I'm going to do first is take my cardstock and fold it in half. And crease that edge. Then I'm going to set my cardboard here and open up the card and lay my pattern over it. Now you can see I've already done my pattern based on what I found in the book. So all I'm going to do is take the beading awl and poke the holes where the stars are. So we lift the pattern up. You can see we've got nice holes here. What I like to do first before I stitch it is take this silver pen and just kind of circle around the holes to make those stars pop out. If you've got white, that would look good as well. You might just play and see with what works for you. All right, I've got the stars highlighted so I can set my pen aside. Now I've already threaded my needle with the embroidery floss. I've got 3 strands here, and I am not putting a knot at the end, and I'll show you why. To stitch this, we're going to start from the back side at one end of the constellation and pull the thread through until you've got just a little tail that you're holding. You keep holding on to it and take a little piece of tape. The tape is what's going to secure the thread to the back so that you don't have the bulk of a knot to worry about. So now what we'll do to stitch the cards is just up, down, up, down, up, down, alternating your holes so that we get almost like a connect the dots pattern. So you come up one hole at the very end, go down the next hole, come up the next hole, and then down again. And what we're essentially doing is tracing the constellation, going out one way, and coming back the other to fill in the blanks. So now we're going back, down, up, and down. And since Cassiopeia just has the 5 stars, it's really quick to do that particular constellation. So now, I'll just pull the thread to the side, get another little piece of tape, tape that in place, and trim it. The paper now, we'll go ahead and fold that in half as well. And so that we can use both sides of the card to write in, I'm going to paste it in so that you've got writing surface that's a little bit easier than just this dark background with stitching in it. So here's where we will use our glue stick. All right, so we've got that done. Just crease the fold again. And to finish it off, I'm going to write the name of the constellation, just so I remember it. Or if I'm sending this to somebody else, they know what it is. So there we go. There's one constellation note card, ready to send to somebody else who loves watching the stars as much as I do. Now I've got several of these charted out, and I will try to put together some kits for people. So if you're interested, give us a call at the reference desk, and we will see about getting you a little constellation note card kit for yourself. In the meantime, I hope you have a good summer, enjoy some star watching, and we'll catch up with you in the next video. Thanks!